Hey everybody, welcome to week 4 of this crazy journey that I'm on. So I'm here tonight, Tuesday night, with the Guildford Trail Runners. This week's actually a cutback week, so I've introduced these in my plan. Every 4th week will be a cutback. Obviously what I've done so far is not a significant amount, but I need to be mindful that my body is still taking on quite a fair chunk of elevation and mileage that it isn't used to. So I'm just going to be mindful this week of the amount that I do of both those things I just mentioned. Big shout out to our coach and leader, Adam, who is taking on the arc of attrition on Friday this week. So can you believe it? He's here on Tuesday, he's running it on Friday. So if you're not subbed to his channel already, I'll drop a link down below. Please go and do so.
Hello Daniel.
Hello. Really enjoyed the run tonight, about 10k, put the stats up on the screen, stepped in a nice huge river of mud, so those wonderfully blue shoes are now a nice tinge of brown. But you can see we've got quite a number out tonight, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, including myself, so really cool to get out here again, building in that nice gentle mileage early on in the week, and whilst less elevation this week, look after Adam's legs. Again, it's just nice for that mental health to get out early and give yourself a nice boost. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow night when we go out for a nice easy run. Wednesday night, just out for kind of a recovery style run, following GTR last night, but elevation wasn't very strong, so legs are feeling fine. A little bit chilly tonight, so it's out up to Cathedral, a loop or two around there and back again. I do really appreciate you sticking with me through these dark winter vlogs. Obviously it's reality, this is what you have to do when you're training during January, February and March in some respects. So again, I really value your eyes and ears. I try and make it as interesting as I can, but can't do much when it's 8 o'clock at night really. Hopefully though, as we progress week by week, it'll be lighter and more inspiring on the eyes. However, this is the raw reality of my training and nothing hidden, all truth. So here we are, the cathedral. Pretty windy, and a good chance to shout out my friend Ben Notley, who was taking part in the Omen 66.6 mile race. If you're familiar with that film The Omen, this is where one of the scenes takes place, a famous scene, a scene that actually kind of rocked the people of this local community, because of course if you're somebody who frequents a cathedral, suddenly you're dealing with this kind of demonic element. So yeah, shout out to you Ben Notley. Just going to run home. It is pretty chilly up here. Also, fun fact, one of these segments around here, I'll try and run it actually, it's called, I think, God's Running Track. So that's quite a cool little thing. Over there is the North Downs Way in the hills. You can't see them, but Oxted, and that's where I'll be doing my long run at the weekend, and what I did last weekend. So right up there, past the lights. And here's a fun little section. Alright, let's go through here. And down the steps. And let's go home. Here we go! Run, commute, Thursday. Traffic's here. People on the way to work, and so am I. Oh. Ran a bit too fast last night. That was a bit stupid. That's okay. Keep it nice and calm today. Up we go. Up the steps. Over the road. Whew. It's 8 degrees today. If you watched earlier vlogs, you'll know the Thursday run's always the coldest. -1, -2. But today it is warm. And I'm warm, too warm. So that's an error. Apologies in advance to my colleagues. Oh dear, that's not good. Now we're talking, everybody. After a day at work, I can see something pretty amazing in the distance. I want to share it with you. Oh, you can probably see it on my face. Check this out. The way the sun illuminates this park is just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. In the distance, you probably can't see using the GoPro, but right over there is the cathedral where I was last night, and oh, this is a real lift of spirits in for today, a real lift. The habits being formed, the routines put in place are going to be so much more amazing when the summer rolls around. These early morning run commutes when the sun rises, and then those late night runs when the sun sets. So glad to have built this timetable around the future. Me, in a few months' time, I'm going to benefit from all of this right now. And granted, this is stunning, but there have been days, as you know, where it's been running in just darkness. But this makes it all worth it. Remember that view from this morning? Over the road, here it is now. A lot more, well, not much more traffic actually, but you get to see the local area in all its kind of built up paved glory. Anyway, onwards we march. Saturday one. Well, this week's a cutback week, so it won't be as far, but I'm still going to try and get in a good chunk of elevation. Today's run is inspired and dedicated to Adam Lucas, known as Adam the Ultra Runner on YouTube. I spoke about him on Tuesday. He's currently running Alpha Patrician and he's currently in 4th place. I was tracking him last night, tracking him this morning. Just absolutely mind-blowing and inspiring. Heading up the cathedral for the first bit of elevation of the run. I've turned it off. There's no light at all up here. But anyway, when we get here, we're going to cut right, head up over to the North Downs Way, do a couple of up and downs of the steepest climb I can find, and then yeah, back into Guildford, up over the top and home. First ascent of the mount. The plan for the first one is just to gently jog. So I give myself permission for the next two to kind of power walk, hike. But I thought I'd just see how the legs cope with just a gentle jog. Just at the top of the first climb, I did about 2/3, which is the most I've ever done. So that was quite fun, but slightly disappointing I couldn't get any further. But the legs were definitely calling to me to slow down a bit. Anyway, the plan now is to go back down the side of this hill and go round again twice more for elevation, and also it's not a huge chunk on distance, so yeah, see you after the second one. Second descent done, just running down this path now, and then halfway down we cut across and there's a stunning downhill which I can run at about 4:10 per kilometre, so it's a really nice test, sorry, to just burn up those legs that are already feeling the pinch from the ascent. Here it is now. Whew. Third ascent complete. We're now descending just over 7k of running, 240 metres of elevation, which sounds more impressive in feet. I'll put it on the screen now. So a very solid start to the run. Now heading down into the town to do another climb. It'll be the final climb of the day, and then we'll just do some descending and some faster stuff on the way home. I'm trying to build in this routine in my mind that when I get towards the end of a run, I don't slow down. I try and just increase the pace a little, because what I don't want to do is get used to this idea of, oh, 10k to go, time to walk and shuffle. I want it to be 10k to go, right, time to use the legs now, see what you've got left. And so far on all my long runs it has worked quite well to do that, so I'm going to try and do it again today, and hopefully that'll become again just a standard practice that I go through. My body responds positively and correctly to it. So, see you at the top of the next climb. Climbing the cobble streets of my local town, Guildford. Everyone is asleep. Now it's time to ascend up one of the meaner climbs. So just there is a Guildford Castle. You can't see it because nothing's lit up. And now I'm doing one of the meaner climbs of the day, just because of how steep it is almost immediately. It's not as far as the hill I just ascended, but it's a burner. The other day I pushed my little one up here, a bit of cross training, and let me tell you, that was hard work. Right, to the top we march, and I'll tell you what the ascent is before we start heading home. 9k, 1 hour running, 323 metres of elevation complete. Very happy with that. Like I said at the start of the video, it was never going to be the longest run today, but my focus was on getting some good elevation in, and just being sensible with it. Also having fun, you know. It's all very well heading out and saying, oh, look at me, 3 hour long run, but it's about having fun. I really enjoyed last week. This week offers a different kind of training, and the one thing I absolutely neglected last year was the descent. I just focused fully on the fact that there's going to be a lot of climbing for this race. I need to focus on that, and actually it was the downhills. Whilst I was injured, it was the downhills that utterly destroyed my legs and felt the most uncomfortable. The uphills are manageable, they're just tiring, but downhills, that constant pressure on my knees, shins, ankles was the bit that really got to me. So this time around, more focus on this. Morning. How you doing? Lovely day, isn't it? Look at that. Have a good time with your friends. I'm off for a run. Hey, welcome to Sunday. It's -1. Amazing views out here. And a big shout out, huge shout out to Adam. Oh, what did I talk about yesterday? He's in 4th position. He continues to hold the pace, hold his nerve, follow the strategy, and he finished the Arc of Attrition in not only under 24 hours, but top 5 position. He came 4th to get that black belt buckle, which I know he was so desperately striving for. It's really inspired me to push hard, dig deep, and focus on my goals for North Downs A50, and understand that it's absolutely possible, but it's going to require a lot more of this than I think. So now time to just really tune into that mental focus as well, and just work towards pushing forward. So without further ado, let's have some fun on today's run and do a little roundup at the end. Come on. So this week is supposed to have been a cutback week. Now, elevation definitely less than last week. However, mileage pretty similar. I do, however, feel strongly that yesterday's run of a more relaxed nature, less distance, is going to allow me just to smoothly transition into week 5 without too much fatigue, which is fantastic. Well, there it is, 8k, 5:11 average. Again, too fast for recovery, but feels so good. Really pleased how as I was saying, really pleased how my Sunday runs are going actually, and just keeping them there as part of my consistency. So, with that said and done, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next week.